Let's talk about 5 of the most significant findings you could come across when doing inspections during the inspection phase of a home purchase. Now, this won't necessarily be in order of complete severity because every home is different, and something that's lower on the list may be more severe on your home versus the number one may not be even an issue for you. So this is not in a particular order, it's just listing a few things you should be looking out for during your inspection phase. So number 5 for me is termites. While these are very tiny creatures, they can cause a lot of damage, and it could be thousands and thousands of dollars worth of damage, repair, and then eventually treatments. From there, number 4 for me is actually plumbing leaks, whether it be pressure lines or drain lines, sewage leaks. These can be very, very costly, and sometimes if you don't do the right inspections, you might not even know that you have these until after you've purchased the home. So make sure you get the proper drain line scopes, sewer scopes, things like that during your inspection phase. Another one I'd like to touch on is your HVAC system, your heating, cooling, ventilation, your ductwork. Obviously, the main thing is making sure it cools off and heats well. But something else to look for is if you have an older home that you're purchasing and the ducts are in the floors, a lot of times water can build up in there, create moisture, mold, things like that. So make sure you check on that, check on the age of your HVAC, and make sure it's all in good order during your inspections. Number 2 is the roof. This can be a massive issue because a lot of times people living in a home, you don't check your roof that often. How often are you even up there to know that you have, massive granular loss or shingles missing? Now, sometimes you can see maybe water stains on the ceiling of a home and know that there was some type of leak, but it's definitely something you want to get checked out by a true professional because this is something that's so important. It can be very costly, and to this point, you even need to have the right insurance to make sure it covers this if there is ever a problem. And the number one thing on my list, to me, it's been one of the most significant findings in properties that I've purchased in the past, but foundation. If you go into a home and you're getting inspections and you see cracking with a significant amount of movement, shifting, things like that in the floor, it's definitely something you want to check out. This can be so costly. We've in the past had properties we purchased that we knew it needed structural work, some foundation work, but the extent of that was actually even way bigger than we even expected. We had budgeted, I think it was maybe $22,000 for structural work, which was already a massive budget for that, and then it ended up being like $35K. So make sure when you're looking through homes and have your inspections, these are 5 of the biggest things that you may want to watch out for, and make sure you look over with a fine-tooth comb to make sure there's not issues later on in the process.